Let's do this, people. Get some writing in today. Get some words, as the young kids say. I don't know what they really say. That's what I do know. We're working. We are working. Working. You are first, Haas. You did it. Got in first. Mr. Frank, a quick second. Very quick. Something is second is not something to be ashamed at. You know what I'm saying? Happens all the time. I shaved my face this morning for the first time in a couple weeks, and now it's all itchy. Because it almost got to that point where if I didn't shave, I was never going to shave again. Don't worry, it's number 3. Yeah. Yeah, Haas was number 1, then Frank jumped in and then made a couple of comments. Now he's number 1. Haas is number 2. It's just insane. Insane. Nope. Second word I spelled wrong. Tom Duffy, currently number 3, jumps in. Number 2 on the charts, number 1 in our hearts. Keith, what did you miss? You missed a lot of people jumping in. Everybody's in the house. Frank holding that number 2 spot now. He was the number 1 until Haas. Oh, this is a battle today, people. Chris Cross will make you jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump. Mac Daddy make you. The battle fully into the, but as long as you come in knowing you're going to lose, that's how that hockey team, that miracle hockey team, won. They came in expecting to lose. Tim Curry died, really? Huh. It's a shame. They're all they goes in 3s. We had Dolly, Tim Curry, Steph Curry. Who knows? We're to see how by the end of this if Haas and Frank can hold the number 1 or number 2 position. Don't say that, Frank. That's not nice. I've written 1,500 words already this morning. My goal is 500 more words now in this hour, and then I will wrap it up the rest of it. I did 4,000 words yesterday. I I'm at almost 60,000 words on this book, so I'm very happy. What scares was that he was supposed to be at, but had to cancel because he was dead at that point? It's an excellent question. Do I have to shake this? Shake gently. Is that gentle? You think that's gentle enough? Is it too ungentle? I remember when Brimley, he was like 30 years old then. This is Dunkin' Double Iced Espresso Cafe Mocha. Coffee Cafe Mocha. It's probably going to pop. Ooh. I didn't shake it as gently as they wanted me to. At that point, why am I even shaking it? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's smooth. That's some good stuff right there. I think I agitated a little bit. I think it's a little agitated. And Frank drops to number 3. Keith jumped right into number 1. That crazy bastard. You all fail the 80s test. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't even born in the 80s. In all fairness. Nope. Yeah, I have no idea. I never watched that. I'm guessing that's the cartoon, GI Joe cartoon. Never watched it. It's a little too old for that. As a kid, I had a GI Joe with the kung fu action grip, and then my brother ripped his head off. It's some good stuff. My wife, whenever she sees stuff like this, she always buys it for me. There's Charlie. I think it's a little too early for Nick. Nick's got about another 50 minutes before he pops in. Nope. For some reason, I keep spelling flashlight wrong. Did you ever hang out with a guy everyone called Cheech? This cousin applies to everyone. Cheech? I don't believe so. What's up, Chad? My father called my brother growing up. He called my brother who was Gerald, and I am Armand. My dad called me Arnold, and called my brother Scutch. Growing up, no, not one of those, Frank. I know what that is. I mean, I understand the process behind it, but no. I had a Asian salad this morning, which is really just Soylent Green, but with soy sauce on it. Honestly, not a drug-related question. House had a dog named Cheech, and then the wild boars attacked him. No, why? Do you have a friend named Cheech? Or did you meet somebody that's named Cheech? I ever tell you my Rocco story? Soylent Green, it tastes like deliciousness. Girl who works for my wife, Michelle. She's Filipino, although she was born in Rhode Island. And her name really is Michelle, not like they translated or something. Anyway, I first met her. She was talking about her husband. And she said, "Oh, my husband, Rocco." And I said, "How cool is that?" I grew up with a bunch of guys, Rocco. Okay. Rocco from the band Rock O, who was also in a band with guys that Matt Bon Jovi was managing at the time. And my buddy Alexis was in the band, and Nick, his brother, was in the band playing guitar. And then there was a drummer, Rocco, that played in my buddy Craig Reynolds' band. Craig was at the Belford signing last couple times. And then Rocco Furio, his real name, from American Angel. A lot of Roccos. And then here was the problem. Turns out her husband's last name is Rocco. Not Jonathan. Jonathan Rocco. Not Rocco is the first name, which would have been cool. He's also from Pittsburgh originally, so maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, Furios. I was a little upset at that. I was like, well, no, I wanted to hang out with somebody that's name was Rocco. Again in my life. Wasn't meant to be. Otto Rocco. That's a good that's a solid name right there. Right in the house. What is the Cheech theory? No, it's not related to drugs at all, Lorraine, is what Frank said. Because I've ever known a Rocco Furio. You know him right there. You're from New Jersey, or currently living in New Jersey, and you never run into, I bet you have. I bet you every time you walk into a Wawa, there's some dude in that store, and you just go, Rocco! And be like, what? Dude over standing near the potato chips aisle. What? Who called me? I mean, it might be the dude from American Angel. But you know what I'm saying? It's still a Rocco. Yeah, yeah, you had to. I mean, Rocco's. There's another Rocco, right? Madman is in the chat. Russ Meyer, not the director. Although maybe he's directed stuff. I don't know. We really haven't hung out in many, many years. What's going on, man? His character was Madman in all of the in the Dying Days zombie series. Yeah, he never directed. Is this you trapping in the chat just still pretending Russ is a robot? Yes. Yeah, the Russ Meyer. Exactly. I told the story about one time about why Russ has the nickname of Madman, because we were in like biology, I think, or something, some kind of one of those classes. First day of school, and the teacher passed out a sheet with all of your information, but it said nickname, and then Russ was sitting next to me, and he had this laugh. He probably still has laugh. And he wrote Madman as his nickname. So then we just called him Madman after that. Then I remember we had to do some biology lab thing, and we got it right on the first shot. Chemistry, yeah, we were in chemistry. And then we were like, woo, high five. And then she split us up. She did not like us together. And then for midterms, Russ is already like failing the class. And then she handed out remember you had to fill out the little dots? So Russ just filled out all the dots before we even got our test books, and then got up and handed it in. And then as he's leaving, she says, Mr. Meyer, Mr. Meyer. And he just kept walking. And then we looked out the window, and he was just walking across the field going home. Good times, good times. If you would have called him Cheech, she could have been. Yeah, I wish I had known that. Wish I had known that. In fact, my latest short story collection from November is called "Is This Light Painted?" And that's a Russ Meyerism. Anytime it took a long time to get through a light, Russ would say, "Is this light painted?" Yeah, I get a lot of dumb sayings from him. He probably don't even remember any of them, but I still remember all of them. Drives my wife nuts. Because I'll say something to say, did you get that from Russ? I'm like, yeah, 40 years ago. Dad jokes before I was a dad. Exactly. You were practicing. You were definitely practicing. Just funny. I also told about the time that we would jump in your little yellow Geo Metro. We drove up to the Matawan bowling alley to beat people up because some guy was messing with my girlfriend at the time or something. Or the time we took George Martin. Some of you have met George Martin. We met George Martin. Russ got out of work, and then we drove up to the strip club on Arthur Kill Road. And we walk in, me, Russ, and George walk in, and he's like, ID, and he goes, no, not you two. He just points at George. George had to show ID. And then Russ got really drunk, and he would and then he says, my man George Martin can kick any of your bikers' asses, because the place was filled with bikers. I mean, the place was just filthy with like a motorcycle gang. And I was like, time to leave. Nothing scares evildoers like a bright yellow Ford Festiva. Yeah. Yeah, you drive around in that bright yellow Ford Festiva. That's funny. I think you had that when we went to see Skid Row and Guns N' Roses at Nassau Coliseum. I think me and my brother had a ride in the back of that thing. Oh, good times. Good times. So much of a madman, he's sharing a YouTube account. Yep. Exactly. You know it. That's how you know he's a madman. Me and Russ over the years have tried to get together many times. I've been in Nashville a couple of times. He lives somewhere around there, but it just didn't work out. He was away with his kids, or I was busy doing book stuff. I think we were in New Jersey around the same time one time. That didn't work out. We'll figure it out before we die. Exactly. Maybe. Or maybe one of us will go to the other one's funeral, but we'll more than likely miss that too. Who knows? Who can say? If you ever come to Jacksonville, let me know. I don't foresee having much travel in my immediate future. You do never know. You just, who can say? I also, we were in Hobby Masters, I think it was called, in Red Bank, New Jersey. Me and Russ going inside, and a young boy was coming out. And as he passed us, Russ said, "My wallet." I still use that one all the time as well. Classic. Glad to see you, buddy. Glad to see you. Russ was the bass player for the Ragamuffins, which was our band back in the day. He also did he was the Charlie Benante of the band, because then he also did a guitar solo as well. I don't remember that if you say that. It did happen, and I remember it, and I repeat that one all the time. The James Ellsworth book just came in the library. Oh, good. Did you get it? Ragamuffin Army, yeah. I still know what's funny about that. We recorded me and Russ, me singing, phenomenal singer, Russ on bass, Kevin Enney on guitar, Kevin who runs the Belfort Brewing Company, where we've done many book signings now over the years. And we had a Mattel electronic drum drum machine. So our drummer was Matt Tell. And we recorded a great demo, which I think we still I wish we still had. Armin, you sing, that's awesome. Yeah, I am Dulcet Tones. No, it was a punk band. It was our version of SOD, Stormtroopers of Death. You have no idea what that is, Lorraine. But that was our band. We had such great songs as Tourist for the Libyans and Birds Out My Window. It's just great. No, not screaming. Just not really singing. Scotty Ian was rhythm guitar in the band. Yeah, like in every other band. At the time, we were like, who the heck is this guy just standing in the corner playing rhythm guitar? It was him. You need a new Armand's Opinion band. Yeah, there you go. Russ, I believe, still plays bass. I remember he sent me a thing where he got to hang out with Billy Sheehan one time. Pretty cool. Me and Russ have been to about collectively we probably went to about 10,000 of the band Zebra every time they played Club Benet or anywhere in the area. Me and Russ would go see them. I'm too old for concerts now. I'm looking through my emails now to see if they said that book is in. They did not say it's in yet. I guess Tom got to it first. Hey, Red, you working on any short stories yet? Who the heck is Red? From Shawshank Redemption? Red is Lorraine's new nickname. I had no idea. Yeah, I did not. It looks like I did not. I did not get the new James Ellroy book in my thing, which means Tom, hurry up and read the damn thing. I'm behind on everything. I've just been writing all week. Chad says, I remember Zebra. There's some behind the who's behind the door. Was on my Masters of Metal comp tape. I had 80. Yeah, they were in a lot of those. All right, read it over the weekend. I mean, not that I have time to read it anyway. I think you're going away this weekend, aren't you? Going away, Tom? Screwing up my weekend, taking my wife away from me, and then apparently going away on Thanksgiving, which was a no-no. You did it anyway. The accused zebras are better. Sweet, sweet Charlie is what you're supposed to say. Sweet Charlie. You just got to write, Lorraine. You just got to write. For people who don't know the situation, sounds like I'm going away this weekend with Shelly. Oh, that was what was happening. I thought she was having an affair. No, Tom is leaving us. But since him and Jess stay and watch, hang out with my mother-in-law all day, now Shelly has to go over there all weekend, and then I don't have my wife again all weekend. See, Charlie thought it too. And if I find out that's what's really happening, I'm going to be so upset. But I'm going to be even more upset if not only are you having an affair with my wife, Tom, but you haven't finished that damn book so I can read it next week. It's okay, Tom makes up for Armand and mine. Exactly. It's the circle of life. Just like the Lion King in here. Well, this book has to be done by Monday. So it's actually probably good she's not going to be home this weekend, so I can basically Saturday and Sunday is just going to be crazy writing days. They have a problem with brevity, so I'm worried that it will turn into a novella. Brevity. I don't have a problem with brevity. Sometimes I have a problem with drinking too much milk. I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant, though. It's just like dairy I'm fine with. Sometimes if I eat a bowl of cereal and there's still a lot of milk left and I don't just keep refilling the bowl with cereal until all the milk is gone and I'll just drink the milk, Then I go to the bathroom a lot after that. So I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, novellas. Oi! Brevity is the soul of wit, which is why I can't write short stories for nothing. Yeah, a favela, right. Keisha's making up his own words now. And Lorraine is basically giving definitions for him. I watched another few episodes last night when my wife got home from Atlanta. We watched another few episodes of Ted Lasso. Love it. I love the writing. I love all the funny in jokes and whatnot. It's good stuff. Yeah, teamwork does make the dream work. My son would say that all the time. Man, that was annoying. I'd be like, shut up saying that. It's not true. I guess it was, though. You better trademark that, guys, before somebody steals it. Favela Press. I can see it now. I always did get along more with your son than you. Well, it's the same mentality. He was like 12 at the time. Mentally, you're Keith. I can't believe I'm still watching. You're still watching that. That's fine. I have not watched. I have not watched any episodes after that. That's funny that we just literally. I put that on the Naked and Afraid Shipwrecked because you had gone for a walk. I was like, well, I don't want to start a shark show, so let's just put this on until and just we'll just talk. And then we all started watching it, and then you came in. Yeah, do a YT short about a novella. Do that. Yeah, a video novella. No. Frank was not kidding. Chad is the one who lies about everything. Frank, every word out of his mouth is truth. Sometimes he drops some truth bombs on us. Pow! Yeah, at MondoCon, we watched the first episode, the season premiere of Naked and Afraid Shipwrecked. And I guess Frank, the last couple, 3 weeks, has been also continuously watching it, which is funny. I probably would be watching it if I had remembered to start taping episodes. I want to know about these days too. It's like the same way I hate watching Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, we got to the point where we were watching Naked and Afraid like all of them. You know, like there's like 30 different ones, and we were watching all of them and just getting mad at people. So you said liar, Moy, and it corrected it with the Blair Witch thing to liar, me. And we would be sitting, me and my wife would be sitting on the couch eating like let's split this like bag of potato chips between us, you know. And we'd be like, oh come on, you can't make fire. How hard is it to rub a couple sticks together and make fire? What are you crying about? Or they would be making those fish traps, and my wife would be like, that never works. And like we would last 10 minutes out there. The naked part would bother me, but the problem with me, this is a little too much information. I don't like my feet uncovered. I wear socks all the time. I always have socks on. Until I get in bed, I take my socks off. I don't sleep with a shirt or with socks. But like I'm so hairy, it's like having a sweater on. But that's the only, like I get up in the morning And first thing I do in the morning when I sit down in this chair is I take my Rybelsus pill, and then I put my socks on. And I do not like walking around barefoot. That bothers me. And I also would never get I would never let anybody touch my feet. That would freak me out. Yeah, it auto translated moi to me. There's also a great reptile people doc series on HBO that was done by Tiger King people. It's insane as expected. What is the name of that? Charlie wants to watch the reptile one. Gotta love Naked and afraid of being naked with mosquitoes. One of the women duct taped her feet. I would probably have to do that. I would have probably immediately the first thing. Oh, we got to make a shelter. We got to find water. We got to. I'm like, no. I need to make some. I need to make socks. Monsters of God or something like that. Huh. Is it like an HBO thing, or is it like it was something because everybody owns everybody else now, kind of thing? Is it a positive or negative portrayal, Frank? While my wife was gone for the last 2 days in Atlanta, I started watching The Last Ship, which had like 4 or 5 seasons, and it came out in like 2018 or something. Eric Dane, I believe, is in the lead. He passed away. And it's something like when it originally came out, I was like, oh, I want to see it, but it's like NBC or CBS, something like it was like regular TV. I was like, I'm not watching this. But now I'm like, you know what? I need something to watch a bunch of seasons of. It's like 56 episodes altogether. I think it's 5 seasons. I started watching it. I started watching it Sunday night. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. It's an HBO doc, all right? So I cannot watch it until it goes somewhere else. One of the guys seemed like the model for that weird Coke dealer guy from Boogie Nights. Oh, nice. Plenty of young wrestlers. No, thanks. Not interested. I'll keep watching Ted Lasso until my wife has to go away with Tom this weekend. Daytime is heating up. If you're into that kind of thing. There's something else I was gonna watch too. I don't remember what it is. Oh, I have so Ted Lasso is on Apple TV. So now I have Apple TV now. So if there's anything on Apple TV that's good series-wise, let me know. Throw it out there. Keith, if you mention anything, I will never watch it. Silo, cross it off the list. Monarch, throw it in the garbage. So you said pluribus, and then Blair Witch changed that to many. Many. Oh, the show Many? I'm going to watch that. Slow Horses. I've heard, actually, I've heard good things about all of these shows. Lorraine, Keith, you're watching soaps, and Chad is watching soaps. Those boys were grown up on it. Some good stuff coming on Netflix, including Untold Ray Gundock. I'm going to watch the show Many. Any other secrets any of you gentlemen would like to share? Please don't anybody share any secrets. Keith watched it with his wife. No, thank you, Spam Risk. I'm not sure when, where it'll be, but they're making a movie of Adam Neville's Last Days. It was a really good book. Huh. I've heard of the book. I've not read it, but that is interesting. There's something else that is coming out movie-wise that was based on a book that I thought was interesting, but I'm like, I'm not going to the movies to see it. So when it comes out on something, I will watch it. Yeah, I haven't even looked at Apple TV like to see what shows are on there or anything. No idea. She basically just, watch Ted Lasso. and then it comes on. Like I didn't even know we had Apple TV. So yeah, me and my sister have an account together. Like I had no idea. I wish you had told me. Maybe I could be watching Many. Sounds like a good show. Keith recommended the show Many. I never watched soap operas, but you know what? My mother never watched them. My mother was a stay-at-home mom, but my mom never had the TV on when we got home. I don't know what she was watching when we weren't home during the day, but never. We would walk in and it was always music playing. Always music that, as Chad Lutsky will say, I always hated because it was my mother's music. I want to listen to this garbage. My mother was devastated yesterday that Dolly Parton died, though. She was very, very upset. My mother was actually a huge country music fan, but she was actually a huge Dolly Parton fan. She was very upset yesterday. I think I watched Ted Lasso on Prime. Yeah, you can. I just don't think you can watch the new season. He says, Lorraine, have I ever told you about my lesbian ex-wife? I want to tell you, I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of it. Keith turned a woman a lesbian. You're welcome. Your mother never watching soaps would normally mean you absolutely love soaps all your heart. That is true. That's probably one of the only things that we do. Actually, there's a lot of music that we both enjoy together, but not a lot. She's 650. I mean, I was close. Right? I was close. I was in the ballpark. I think you know what it was though, Chad. She never said anything against it. And she never said, "Oh, I would never watch soap operas. I hate it." Like I didn't even know soap operas existed when I was a kid. Then maybe that's what it is. Celebrity deaths that have shook me: Ace Frehley and Steve Irwin. The fact that they died together is, I think, what's really. I love the soap opera Soap. Charlie agrees with you, Frank. I have a soap habit. I use it every day. I use it once a week, maybe. Sometimes I just do like a little kid. I just stand in the shower, but near the water. I don't want to get wet. Those two, and then also Norm Macdonald. Yeah, Norm Macdonald was also a tough one. On Ted Lasso, they do an Ace Frehley joke. I won't tell you the joke. My mom loved Dark Shadows, and I think that's what got me on them. You're probably right about that, Keith. Women who love women who are like men, yeah, that starts by hating one particular man. Yep. In this case, or in most cases, Keith Cueva. Lorraine loved this show, Soap. Keith says, "Ouch." It's kind of updating the people that can't read. Not sure how you even got on here if you can't read, but you know what I'm saying. Check my email real quick, and nope, Tom hasn't read that book or returned it yet. Ooh. There's a book I might get. Oh, it's Kindle Unlimited. Dig Me a Grave, the inside story of the serial killer who seduced the South. It's Pee Wee Gaskins, South Carolina killer. I remember seeing a couple of shows on this dude. That seems pretty good. Here's the problem, though. Got to see if I have an open spot in my Kindle Unlimited. I do. I do now. Yes, I do. All right, add it to the list of books I will never get to. I remember how upset I was the day I learned Mitch Hedberg died, 12 years after his death. Chad, we have soap on Tubi, and it's great. We're all the villain in someone's story. Oh, that is. You know what, Keith? I usually disagree with every single word out of your mouth, whether the Blair Witch Project uh, changes it or not. But that one I agree with. Sometimes you're the villain and you have to own it. Sometimes you're like, you know what? I don't care enough about that person and that person's opinion. Don't get too excited, Keith. It's probably going to be the only time. I'll let you know when I start watching that show, Many. So my wife does not like science fiction. She does not like horror. So those are the shows that I will watch. I'm not going to watch horror like, I like horror to me. I like Twilight Zone kind of light horror. Bigfoot doesn't exist. Sorry, but I don't want anything. I don't want to watch like a horror thing. Like I remember I was with somebody when I was dating someone we live in, and she started watching that American Horror Story, like that first season of that, and I'm like, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the room. I don't like this. She's like, but you write stuff like this. I'm like, yeah, writing it and reading it are 7 different things, maybe 8. A lot of horror shows aren't great. Hard to keep drawing it out and keep it creepy and suspenseful. Right? Well, it's like a book. It's like writing a 100,000-word horror book. It doesn't work. Again, Armand's opinion. About 100 words to write here. Which you read it? No, no. That's I didn't. I didn't. I didn't technically date that librarian. We just had a couple of good weeks, I'll say. I wonder whatever happened to her. Charlie says, surprisingly, I agree. What do you mean surprisingly? What do you mean by surprisingly? Don't be all Keith on me now, buddy. The best horror show that's ever been created is easily Channel Zero. I don't even know what that is. And I ain't looking it up. I'm sure it's on Tubi, though. I'm sure Chad's getting more money than I am. You guys watching ads? Chad, every time he mentions a Tubi show, he makes money. I'm not looking that up. Charlie liked it. All right, I'll look it up. Channel Zero. Isn't that a Public Enemy song? She watched Channel Zero. It's an American horror anthology television series created by Nick and Tosca. He's a writer, showrunner, and executive producer. Whoa, calm down, buddy. Let other people do some stuff. The series was greenlit for 2 6-episode self-contained seasons, which aired in late 2016 and late 2017 on Sci-Fi. I used to love sci-fi shows. The storylines for the series are based on popular creepypastas. They were renewed for a 3rd and 4th season. So it's basically just based on specific 4 seasons based on a specific story. 6 episodes. See who some of these actors and actresses are. Yeah, I know some of these people. Rutger Hauer was in it. Steven Weber. Is it good though? I mean, is it like it's not? I mean, it's a sci-fi thing, so it can't be that gruesome. I don't like gruesome. I don't like just blood for the sake of blood, violence for the sake of violence. Never heard of it. Channel Zero used to be on Shutter. Not sure if it still is. I don't have Shutter. Rutgers Howard. Yes, that guy. Yeah, it looks like it's each season was a different story in six parts up to that. I don't know. It's one of those. If I ever see it on something, I'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll watch that. I'll at least bookmark it. Yeah, sci-fi movies were back in the day. Though they were so bad, they were almost good. All right, Haas. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for popping in first. Of course, now you are not even listed in the top three. Frank, for some reason, is number one, though. That's the crazy part. Sci-fi used to have some decent shows, way better than their movie. Yeah, I agree with that. Their movies were all really, really cheap looking and cheesy. Yeah, have a great. Everybody have. You know what? Everybody have a great day today. We got about another 5 6 minutes. Bye, wild boar guy. It's at Javelina. Tomorrow I will not be on. We'll be back on Friday. You're number one now, and you're number one here. I mean, unless somebody else starts commenting. Wild boar guy. I wish I had said this book in the Southwest or the Northwest or wherever the West he is, because I would have definitely had some wild boars in it. I wish tomorrow were Friday. I wish tomorrow was. Wish tomorrow was Thursday. Sunday I'll be Saturday night. Great song. Not as good as Edge of a Broken Heart. That's just classic. I try to put my see my Google Dot, whatever it's called. It's hooked up to my Spotify, but it was not working this morning. Sitting here writing in silence. Like, what's up with that? Sound of silence. I also want everybody to know when I get off here, I also have a brand new video up. So it's about stopping writing a series or something. I don't remember. I don't remember. Anyway, everybody watch it. Watch the ads and make some comments. And I need more ideas for what do you call it? I need more ideas for writing videos. I have a ton of them on here, but none of them are really striking my fancy. Fancy striking. If I did that, I would love that one, but I don't. My wife buys toilet paper. Yeah, don't watch the video half of it and then click off and then go to this, because then when you go back, then it counts as a second one, and then my my minutes are cut in half. Yeah, make sure you just pause it. Don't don't just get off of it. Oh, I gotta teach you things. Those pencils were great. This is what you need to do, Lorraine. If you want books that are pretentious, follow Tom Duffy on Facebook. Every day he posts another pretentious book that he supposedly read that I've never heard of, or I'm like, oh, I've heard of that. I would never read that pretentious book in ever. You know what? Maybe then, Ian, write down some of these rules or all of these rules. Yeah, yeah, Ian, quiet. 33 seconds of commercials. Keith, I don't even know what that means, but I'm not repeating that because I get banned. Yeah, I had to, because I'm doing this book, I had to put aside all of the short story things. So I think I had pulled up one or two, but I'm sure the deadline is Monday. So, which I'm not saying you're pretentious. I'm saying Tom Duffy is pretentious with some of the books he's listing, especially the nonfiction stuff. Pet Shop deadline is December. That's so close. Yeah, I mean, literally Monday afternoon, I'm going to send this book or what they're asking for this book, and then and then I will jump on some short stories after that. Tom himself is not pretentious, just his reading things that he supposedly read pretentious. Keith, you're always pretentious. Come on, come on. What the hell? Holy shit. Nick Zinn just sent a message. He said, holy shit moment at work. The woman model on set said her husband is a Discovery Channel host, Phil Torres from Expedition X. That's pretty cool. I think Tom is probably trying to set up his weekend with my wife at this point. Pretentious and not funny is 93% of the HWA membership. Yep. Now Nick is alive and well. That's pretty cool. Phil Torres' wife. Very cool. All right. Speaking of Phil Torres' wife, I'm out of here. Yeah, now Nick is my best friend. I hated Nick before this, but now I'll see everybody on Friday. You have a great rest of your Wednesday and Thursday. Wish me luck with finishing this freaking story. I'm at exactly 59,000 words now on it. So, yeah, go watch that other video. Make sure you make a comment on it. Nothing too dramatic or dumb. Thank you, Lorraine. Yes, that Phil Torres. Exactly. All right. Talk to you later.